Well, hello there, and
Yeah.
welcome to episode 208. Now, we really are going to try to make this a rapid fire episode because apparently somebody is trying to mess with my equilibrium right now, and plus we got works tomorrow or later on today. But
Yes.
nonetheless, we have our matchup for the NBA Finals to conclude the 2023-2024 season as the Dallas Mavericks punch their ticket to their third appearance in their team history in the NBA Finals. And
hmm
definitely somebody or some people thought that, well, they weren't expecting the Mavericks to get there, but a tremendous job by the Mavericks front office.
But that's why you play the game, though.
Yeah, that is
You can
tremendous.
predict all the shit you want to, but you still got to go out there and put foot to effort.
That is correct. But kudos to the Mavericks for getting it done. And they
Yes.
basically made sure that we are not going to be having a.
No.
We're going to come back to Dallas, but we're not going to play Game 6 as they
Mm-mm.
took to the atonements of
They'll be waiting for game 3.
oh yeah, they definitely will. But kudos to
And
see
don't
kudos to
be
Clint kudos to
don't
Clint
be
Mar
shocked.
oh yeah. Kudos to St. Marshall, the CEO. Kudos to Nico Harrison, the general manager, and of course, kudos to Jason Kidd,
Mm-hmm.
who the last time the Mavericks got to the finals, he was a part of that team as a player that won it, as he tries to be one of the rare people that play in the NBA Finals as a player and win one, and now to try to win one as a coach. Phil Jackson has done it, obviously. Pat Riley has done it, obviously, and
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr has done it. Um, no, Don Nelson did
Mm,
not. Don Nelson did not win one as a coach. I'm trying to think. No, Chris Ford didn't do it either. Casey Jones of the Celtics in the '80s did it, obviously.
yes. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, yes. Trying to figure out who
Well,
there's.
are we gonna count Bill Russell because he was still a player, but they just turned him into a coach. So are we
He was
gonna?
he was player head coach. They
Yeah.
won
Well,
the
yeah.
they won the last two. They won the last two as him as a player coach. So yes, he absolutely gets credit for that.
Um, I know it's a couple more out there. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I mean that.
We're missing somebody.
Yeah,
Did you say
somebody.
Pat Riley?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
Trying to think who's the other. Who
We're
would
missing somebody.
trying
I
to
just don't
think?
know. I don't know who it is.
Oh, Ty Lue. Duh.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Yes.
How
There we
can
go.
how can we forget him? Uh,
Yes.
Ty Lue's done it. I also want to say Rudy Tomjanovich because he didn't win as a player. Never mind.
Oh, he took a punch to the face though.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
That's
did.
what the fuck he did.
I'm trying to think. Is there
I think
anybody?
that might be it.
I
Might be
think
it.
I think that might be it. You're right. I think that is it. But yeah, I mean that's a very
It's
rare
a tremendous
list.
feat.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is from me. But 124 to 103, the Timberwolves got the win in Game 5, and basically pretty much the Mavericks got off to a hot start in the first quarter, and they
No.
did not look
Luca
well. Yeah,
got off to a hot start in the first quarter.
specifically, Luka Doncic just
It
said,
was Luca.
"Well, he said, I told you we are not gonna go to Game 6. We are ending it in 5. We're gonna make this a gentleman's sweep, and we are going to celebrate on your home floor on the shores of Lake Minnetonka," and that's what happened.
Exactly what happened.
Him and Kyrie were fantastic, but I think the big key for the Mavericks was
Lively coming back.
getting Mr. Lively to come back,
Yeah.
and him and
I should have put him in my bidding.
him and
Yeah.
him and Gafford. It's going to be a tall task if Porzingis returns. Gafford and Lively are going to counter the counteraction between Porzingis if he comes back and Al
Mavs in
Horford.
6. Mavs in 6.
That's your prediction.
They're still in game 2.
Well,
We know the story with the Boston Celtics. We know how they're going to come and play.
Yes.
The Mavericks ain't scared of shit.
No.
Luka is going to take lengthy, long naps. He's walking into that arena, fucking around damn near every game. If the Celtics thought they had a problem with the Spider when he was playing, look here. We also need to talk about that this is the Kyrie revenge game because everybody was talking about Kyrie coming back to play versus Boston. So you don't think he has a little in his step, play a little bit better?
It's the Kyrie Irving finals. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's what that is. I mean,
Jason Tatum better bring his whole lunch pail and big boy pants because he can't have games to where he just going to depend on Jaylen Brown and everybody else. This is going to be one of the series to where Boston better not play like Boston, if you know what I'm saying. They will want to play like hell is on fire, and they better take this shit seriously because the Mavs are coming here taking this shit serious.
Here's the thing. If Luka and Kyrie get 72 like they did tonight in Game 5, they each had 36, which we know they are both capable of going for 40 burgers.
But bro, who's gonna guard Lively? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And who's gonna guard Gafford. Okay. Hell, if you're going to be technical, I believe the Mavericks bench is a lot better than the Boston Celtics bench.
Well, there's not much on the Celtics bench because we know
that you just literally just backed up what the fuck I just said. I know what you. I was agreeing with.
No, I know. Because here's what we forget. You not only do you have Lively and Powell, but even though he didn't play, you still got Tim Hardaway Jr. that can get streaky with the best of them. Because once he gets hot, he's like his dad. If he gets hot,
and they still got was it Jr.? Derek Jones Jr. Is that
Derek Jones? Yeah, Derek Jones Jr. is still on the team. Yes,
he can get you some good points and minutes in there as well.
And not to mention PJ Washington, who had 12 again tonight.
Thank you
for Dallas. So, I mean, there's
the equalizer is Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
that's my equalizer.
And that's no disrespect to Joe Mazzulla because Joe Mazzulla has done a fantastic job since taking over. Because I mean, Joe Mazzulla coming in and taking over in a dicey situation with the previous Celtics coach Ime Udoka, who's now coaching the Houston Rockets. But for him to come in amidst all that bad PR that was going in the Celtics organization and to do what he's done. He's the youngest coach to coach in the finals since, obviously, the already mentioned, the late, great Mr. Bill Russell, when Bill Russell coached in the finals in the late 60s to complete the Celtic dynasty of the Celtics winning 11 and 13 years. But I do agree. Jason Kidd being there, knowing that, and being there and done that is going to help. Obviously, this is the 4th time Kyrie Irving has been to the finals. That is something that's going to help this Mavericks team.
And he's what, one for 3?
1 for 3. But again,
it might be 2 for 4.
It might be. But here's the thing. People forget. It was Kyrie that hit the game-winning basket in 2016, not LeBron James. It was Kyrie that hit that tough fadeaway shot.
But it's going to be the LeBron
I know.
DRs.
I know.
Going to say that it was LeBron's block shot that set up that shot.
Good, bad, or indifferent. The game-winning basket for the Cleveland Cavaliers was made by Kyrie Irving. That is what's factual. Like I said, him and Luka have the capabilities to both go for 40 in the same game. So can Tatum and Brown. But as we've seen before, Tatum will have a good game, don't show up the next game. or
2 games.
he becomes a very high volume shooter. Now, if we're going strictly on paper, the Boston Celtics have the better record.
They
The
should
Boston,
win the series.
the Boston Celtics have the better team. They should win the series.
Starting 5. That's what they might have the better starting 5. But they don't have the better roster. Because I believe that the bench of the Dallas Mavericks can totally dominate the bench of the Boston, as you clearly just said they don't have one.
Well, they don't. I mean, other than Pritchard, and I mean, who really is a key contributor off the Celtics bench?
He's streaky though too.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, besides Pritchard,
yeah,
who on the Celtics can give you some good minutes off the bench and contribute when you? That's a good question, 2-5. I don't know.
Motherfucker.
That's a very good question. But I mean, can you low roster think about? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, can Porzingis be a factor? Can Pritchard be a factor?
See, and that's the thing. They're waiting. They're banking on Porzingis to come back. If you're banking on that, then I definitely feel sorry for you, because who knows if he's going to come back in basketball shape, ladies and gentlemen.
You really think that, cuz? You really think the Mavericks are cooked?
You know, sometimes I back my little cuz on there. I don't know about this one, man, because everybody expected OKC to take out the Mavs like it was nothing.
Well, here you go.
Then Minnesota was supposed to take them out because Minnesota
first,
this, that, and the third. So I don't think the Mavericks are cooked. I think the Mavericks go win this shit in 6, like I'm saying. In 6.
So the Celtics will have one more day of rest of the Mavericks. But
that might be bad news.
But in a sense they still both get a week of rest. Per se. Because the finals do not start until June the 6th. So you got, and that's without that's what the Pacers not having.
You gotta watch the dynamics of the game. You gotta see how the game.
And that's with Indiana not having Tyrese Halliburton for 2 games.
And they barely won those games.
Now just think if they had Halliburton. They still might be playing in the series right now.
If they barely could stop the Pacers, what do you think Kyrie Irving and Luka gonna do? And here's the thing. Ain't nobody stopped the Mavericks in the 4th quarter. That's where the Mavericks do their damage, in the 4th quarter. That's where Luka and Kyrie like, hey. See why y'all played hard in 3 quarters? Let me show you what this 4th quarter is all about.
Here's the difference. Tatum and Brown have the ability to be closers. Luka and Kyrie are closers. That's the difference. Big difference. And again, Tatum and Brown is a very talented dynamic duo. That's not what we're saying. Yep. Again, me and Mizzle saw firsthand how good Jaylen Brown was going to be. We saw him cook. We saw him cooked in Berkeley, California. Exactly.
I'll agree to that, T.
Because
I'll agree to that, T.
Yeah, I mean, if Derek White is
2-5,
if Derek White is hitting from 3, that could be a problem. No question about that.
I don't think that's gonna phase the Mavericks though, because they'll let that little light bright shoot all day. Because guess what? You're not stopping Kyrie and fucking Luka in the 4th quarter. That's the one thing. They gonna let them get theirs. See, the thing about what the Celtics got to focus on, they got to make sure that everybody else surrounding Kyrie and Luka are not getting off. That's what they're going to have to, mainly in the 4th quarter. We didn't see the Mavericks be down big in the first half and turn the game around in the second half Especially, I've been saying this since we've been talking. The fourth quarter. So the Boston, like I said, we didn't see Boston play a lot of basketball, and they tend to play that one game good, and then you're sitting there watching them. It's like you really should be blowing this team out, but you're letting them hang around. Fuck around and let the Mavs hang around. Keep letting Luka hang around. Keep letting Uncle Drew hang around. They're gonna pop your ass. That's what's gonna happen. Like I say,
if Kyrie
4-6, like,
if Kyrie turns into Uncle Drew, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem because,
100%.
like I said, I said if Dallas gets to the finals, I said Luka's going to average a triple-double for the whole series, and I'm sticking by that statement.
But we said who came out of that OKC series out the Mavs. We said they were going to get to the finals, right?
I said the winner of Denver and Minnesota was going to get to the finals. Obviously, I was proven wrong.
I think we both said that, so I stand corrected. I believe we agreed on that one.
Luka Doncic said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here picking the Mavs, like I say, in 6. Of course, the Celtics. I think the Celtics will get game 1. Mavs will take game 2. Hell, I fuck around and think that the Mavericks will win both games at home. Clearly, you saw that on the court. Clearly, you saw that. Yes. I don't disagree with that.
Dallas is definitely playing with a chip on their shoulder.
But they got Jason Kidd. That's why I keep. That's going to be the biggest X factor.
You have a Hall of Fame player coaching your team,
and he won't make bonehead coaching decisions.
No,
like some of these other coaches we have seen in his playoffs. He's not going to do that. You're going to flat out just beat him.
Jason Kidd went from spilling water on the floor on the sidelines to a damn good coach.
Smart move. That was a smart move. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, he got caught trying to bust a move, but hey, it got the timeout that he needed.
But
nothing else happened.
But he went from that to turning into a pretty damn good head coach.
Agreed.
And I can understand why the Lakers are not. I understand why the Lakers are not trying to let him slip away off of Frank Vogel's coaching staff. I can see why. But Mark Cuban gave him a nice paycheck to come back home to his original basketball home. Because, I mean, yeah, he won his MVP as a New Jersey Net. Yes, got the Nets to back-to-back NBA Finals. Took a very good Spurs team that had Duncan Robinson and Ginobili and Parker to a Game 7, but they fell short. But, of course, like I said, he's been there and he's won it. Like, he won it beating a very good Miami team and Dirk being the MVP. Because, again, Miami collapsed in the fourth quarter when Dallas did not. That's when Dirk got better as the game went along because it was in the fourth quarter. And plus, people forget the big role that Tyson Chandler played in that series protecting the rim.
And grabbing the living shit out that rim, too.
And like I said, you got two guys in Lively and Gafford that can do that. And also, you can throw in Dwight Powell, the other center from Stanford, that can do that also.
100%.
He's out there, too. He says Dallas in 6. I say Dallas in 7, but I am picking the Dallas Mavericks because, like I said, no disrespect to the Boston Celtics.
I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but your tag is like right in front of your face. You gotta like rise a little bit. There you go.
But I'm picking Dallas in 7.
So they gonna win it in Boston?
Well, I mean, when the Warriors clinch, they clinch it in Boston.
Hey. That's a whole different entity. The Warriors love winning on other people's court, popping bottles in their damn locker room.
When Dallas won in 2011, they was popping bottles on the Heat home floor. So
let's give the Dallas fans something that they want. Let's win it in Dallas. Like I say, in 6.
I would love for them to clinch in 6. I mean, heck, that would be back-to-back titles for the Dallas Arlington area, because that would mean you had the Rangers win the World Series last season under Mr. Bochy. And then that would give. Oh, I just realized something. The American Airlines Center is going to be busy because you got the Stars in the conference finals,
Yep.
which possibly could be in the Stanley Cup finals, which the Florida Panthers win Game 5, and now they lead that series 3-2 against the Rangers in Game 6, as Game 6 heads back now to Florida, as the defending Eastern Conference champions are one win away from repeating as Eastern Conference champions. But, the American Airlines Center can ring in a lot of cash if they get a Stanley Cup final to go with this NBA final if they beat the Oilers, which that remains to be seen.
Do you see a trend going on here with the state of Texas besides that football team?
Hey, that area is getting to chip your games. The Rangers last year in the World Series, winning it in 5. You got Dallas back in the finals for the first time since 2011, and now you got the Stars that are in the conference finals on the cusp of perhaps going to a Stanley Cup final. Heck, even Snoop Doggy Dogg was shaking his head in awe of the talents of Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
As
the loyal supporter of the
Edmonton Oilers. So, EJ, I got a question. How did you end up becoming an Edmonton Oilers fan? I'm intrigued, wanting to know how this happened. So,
yes,
please,
I concur.
Please do chime away in the comments on how you became a Edmonton Oilers fan.
Are you fixing your chair?
No, I'm squatting down like a catcher for some reason.
Are you okay? Are you in the baseball kind of mode right now? Is that your kind of feel right now?
No, not really. Even though our little big brother will have the chance to go see the Giants and Yankees this upcoming weekend, lucky man.
Well, I'll just say this. If I wasn't trying to get my black ass to Vegas in 2 weeks, I'd have went to that Yankee game. But since that I got the time off, and now I just got to find my airfare to get to Vegas because, yes, your boy truly, Mizzle, might be in Vegas for that playoff game.
Well, not just one playoff game, but 2 playoff games.
Oh, you damn right. You never know. You might see your boy walking the sidelines with 2-5. Hell, you might see your boy in the booth. You never know. I'm just gonna be there enjoying it. Go mingle with some of my favorite players out there. And here's your response.
Well, Connor McDavid's a very good answer. I'm not gonna argue that. Connor McDavid is a good reason why you could become an Oilers fan. So I won't.
Hey, cuz ain't nothing wrong with a player. You liking a player that'll get you to like a team. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because if anybody know, the reason why Mizzle's a Florida State Seminole fan is because there's a certain guy that wore the number 2 when he was there. And he wore that 2 very well. And then this team in the NFL in Atlanta drafted him, and then he turned himself into prime time. You know what I'm saying? So Deion Sanders is one of the reasons why I'm a Florida State Seminole fan. So I understand that player. You choosing to be that bit. I'm just a Sharks fan because it's the Bay, baby. It's the Bay, 100%.
And there's players we like there too.
For sure. And you know what? Even though he was a Duck before he came there, we all know one of my favorite players in hockey is Teemu Selanne next to Sergei Fedorov.
Teemu was good for a very, 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 very long time. Him and Paul Kariya made a very good dynamic duo up there in Anaheim, as much as they were the enemy, but they were very good.
It was Sergei Fedorov first. That was the reason why I became that was interested in hockey, and he was a Detroit Red Wing. But just given that San Jose had one.
Sergei was pretty good. Him and Steve Yzerman and Brendan Shanahan and Vladimir Konstantinov and Slava Kozlov and Chris Osgood and Mike Vernon.
Hey, the Red Wings was loaded. It's crazy that they didn't win many more championships with that squad because that was one hell of put together
Well,
fucking franchise.
the thing is, they got to three straight, or they got to two of the last, or they got to three within a 5-year span. But
Yeah.
you had the Avalanche that one year that got there with Patrick Waugh and
Well,
Joe
but I was saying
Sakic.
because Patrick Waugh was just too
Yeah.
motherfucking outstanding.
Him and Joe Sakic and former Shark Sandus Ozolinsh were mighty. And then, of course, the Red Wings got there in '95, but Tony's beloved New Jersey Devils and the great Martin Brodeur swept them. And then they came back and swept the Eric Lindros-led Flyers in '97 and came back again and beat the Capitals in '98. So there you have it. And that was before the great Ovechkin got there to Washington. That was way before Ovechkin's time, which obviously Ovechkin got his one against the Golden Knights in 2018. So there you have it. But I mean, you're right. It's amazing how that loaded Red Wings team only got to win 2. But it's almost like if Lemieux didn't retire because he had Hodgkin's lymphoma, how many would his Penguins won besides those 2 that they won? There's always that question. But I mean, we just never know. But carry for a minute because duty calls. I will be right back.
Let's see. So, what shall I ramble about until my brother comes back? Let's talk about the Deadpool should be releasing next month. Yeah, that's very exciting about that. But no. You guys don't want to hear about Marvel, huh? You don't hear about Marvel. OTAs. OTAs have started in NFL. The NFL is just getting an inch closer to being back. And everybody looks good in shorts and helmets, right? I mean, that's just how it goes. They're not really doing anything spectacular. But seeing some film from my silver and black, only nation in the NFL, one nation, Raider Nation. It's I still think they need a solid veteran cornerback to help solidify that cornerback position in that room. I think everything else on the field with them is pretty good. Offensive line should get put together pretty well. The running back core, I think the running back core could possibly get a little bit better, but I believe the style of offense that they're running, the core that we have now should be good. Wide receiver core is solid, especially when you got arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL. We drafted a stud out of Georgia, Brock Bowers, who is just not a tight end. I mean, the man can play tight end, slot, wide receiver, whatever. Put him in any position. The man can take the freaking jet sweep to the house if we want to. So it's good to get the feel that football is close. I miss football. That's like my passive thing there. So if anybody's in there that's watching, how do you feel about your team right now? If they were watching the OTAs right now, and stuff like that. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody looks good in shorts and a helmet. So I'm not gonna say anything off that, but yeah, I would agree with what you're saying. But everybody looks good. I mean, hell, damn Waterboy can look good just running routes out there, you know. So, but yeah, he has looked good. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. But a little bit more on this Mavs and Celtics finals. Personally, I don't want the Celtics to win. Just can't have that. Don't want that. Never need that. But the way there is a way they can win. They're just gonna have they need more consistency out of Tatum. I think Jaylen Brown will step up. I believe you'll get White. He'll play a little consistent, even though if he may not score, he might be in the area to where he can help out with assists, rebounds, and play a little bit of defense. Al Horford, I hope he never wins a title as long as he plays sports, but he's going to have to play huge with his minutes and stuff like that. because I think the Celtics have a task, especially if the Mavericks use their weapons right. If I'm Jason Kidd, I'm focusing on that bench squad. The bench is going to have to be tremendously huge to help the Mavericks win. You know Jaylen Brown's gonna have a game. You know Tatum's gonna have a game or a quarter. Tatum, it's definitely Tatum because it's the that's a perfect question because that's how I was getting into when how I was talking to it. Damn good question. I think it's more Tatum because he has the talent to show it, and he shows it, but it's not a consistent thing with him. You know what you're gonna get out of Luka. Luka has been really kind of consistent in the playoffs. It's when Jason Tatum has that game, and you're like, all right, he should be able to flow with this and take over and do this. But then it's like, where does Jason Tatum go? He'll have a quarter. He'll have that one quarter to where he's dominating, and then it spurts with him. Luka can take over a whole game. When is the last time that you heard someone say that Jason Tatum took over a game? He'll take over a quarter, not a game. Luka will take over a game if he has to. So I believe the pressure is more on Tatum and the Celtics. The pressure's on the Celtics because everybody in the media is going to pick the Celtics to win this championship. I can't wait to sit here and watch Stephen A. Smith and everybody tomorrow or later on today talk about this series and what they're going to say, how it's going to go. Because honestly, I really think the Mavericks can win this in 6. I can see where my co-host says 7. Maybe because the NBA might want 7, but if it's up to me or how I see it, it will go 6. It won't be easy because again, the Celtics can catch fire. They can play some good basketball, but I don't think they can consistently do that. Like it was mentioned earlier in the comments, they barely beat the Pacers, and that was without Halliburton. They just gonna have to fight in the fourth quarter because that's where the Mavericks get their bread and butter is the fourth quarter. It's like Luka gets like a shot of adrenaline along with Kyrie, and they just look at each other, and it's like, let's do this. I'm hoping for a good series. I'm hoping for a good finals. I hope it goes 7. I want it to go 7, as long as it just ain't Boston winning it. That's. I will pick the Mavs in 7, but I'm picking them to win it in 6 because we've seen the story of how Boston plays. If you've been watching Boston for the past few years, they look to always be the favorite, but they never come out on top. So maybe they should not be the favorite. Maybe the media should just go ahead and pick the Mavericks, and that might be in Boston's. Maybe that might be their lucky charm right there, not being picked the favorite. But we all know who's going to be picking Boston. A lot of them. Can't wait to see what Kendrick Perkins got to say about this. And we know where he gonna go with. He's probably gonna go with Boston because that's where he played. That's where he won his. Did he win that title with KG and him? I can't remember if Perk was on that squad, but I'm pretty sure that he's gonna pick the Celtics. So anybody else that's in the chat line, who do you have winning this final, and where do you see it ending? Like I said, I got the Mavs in 6. My co-host has it in 7. And as I was, yes. So Perk will be picking the Celtics to win this finals. And if anybody has been know anything when Perk picks, it's almost like Charles Barkley. He picked the Celtics to beat the Warriors. We all know how that came out. Steph Curry was putting people to bed. He was doing it the proper way, unlike Luka was doing it when he told the whole "go home, bitches." So that's interesting there. I, I'm trying to find a way in my mind to where Boston can win this and in what game. And I don't know. There he is. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
That's a good point.
Ooh.
That's a very good point. Very good point. And there is a factual statement to
Are
that.
are are you saying Boston starting five? Because I agree, Boston starting five might be a lot better, more athletic than Dallas. But it's when Jason Kidd can intertwine that starting five to mesh with Boston starting five and to make the Mavericks starting five a little bit better.
Here's my question that I haven't asked yet. Who on the Celtics, besides Al Horford, is going to keep Gafford and Lively off the glass? Because if those two guys are cleaning up the glass, that's going to be a big problem for the Celtics. Because I mean,
Well,
you
they're banking on Porzingis to come back, and it still baffles me that they're putting their whole everything on this man.
but he's going to be rusty. He hasn't played down in how long?
Exactly.
And who knows? Who knows if he's going to have his wind? That's a big factor. But again, if Gafford and Lively are cleaning up the glass, that's going to be problems for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah. So Mavericks in six. It's I'm telling you, Luca already, bro, is already doing this right now.
Well,
Triple
we
double
will.
game one.
Well, hopefully we can have a NBA Finals preview show with Steve and Kevin Perry, to where they can both give their thoughts on who they think is going to win in this series before the final start. Hopefully, we can work that up. And
Well, we'll definitely be live game one. That's for sure.
also that
Oh,
also and
so do
also
you know
on
what?
and also on that same Thursday, we will have Tyler Morgan of the United Basketball League joining
Yes.
us, so we can tell a story and promote his basketball league. So please stay
I
tuned
just
for
noticed
that.
something.
What's that?
I'll be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh wow! Oh baby! Well, there you have it. And now it looks like technology might be playing a part, as Mizzle is frozen at the moment. Um, to our viewers that are watching, is Mizzle frozen on your screen too, or is it just me? Please let us know. Again, technology just likes to do that crap that it does, and just likes to rain on people's parades, as he is definitely frozen on my end, looking like he's smiling like he's in the Joker in the first Batman. But nonetheless, this is episode 208, Rapid Fire. Yep, okay. Cuz confirmed. So yeah, it's Mizzle's technology, but he will be back momentarily to reset the modem, reset his Wi-Fi, and of course, okay, so that's from TG and from Cuz. We appreciate you guys. As Mizzle waits to get back with his technology, welcome to episode 2 of the Mizzle Dub Show. Double A here with you, as we were talking about the upcoming matchup in the NBA Finals, which will take place on June the 6th. It will all be on ABC with Mike Breen, JJ Redick, and Doris Burke calling the games for you. Going to be weird not to hear Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson not on the call with Mike Green, but of course Doris Burke, who's been doing this at a high level for a very long time, is very, very good. So she gets to do her first NBA Finals as an analyst. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And even though I don't like the college that JJ Redick went to, JJ Redick has been a fantastic analyst. I don't know if he can help the Lakers get back to resurgence, but it will be great to hear him on the call with Mike Green and Doris Burke, as Mizzle feels the same way I felt earlier when I was trying to do the Ring Psychology 2.0 podcast, which episode 6 is currently up on the Pernita Brothers production page and also on the Mizzle Dub Show page. But as you can see, Mizzle...
It seems like that around this fucking time, this is where the internet wants to take a crap in my fucking house. I pay too much. I pay good money for this shit to be not to be doing this shit. I swear.
Well, like our mom says, 21st century, I expect to get things like that with all this technology. But nevertheless, we were promoting the finals, which will start Thursday on ABC. We know the pregame show will be traveling. We know NBA TV will be traveling. I know Shaq and Chuck will be doing duties for NBA TV at the finals, which will be interesting to see.
So was that the last? Was that the last broadcast for TNT? That was it, right?
No. So TNT is on contract for one more season. Their contract expires after the 24-25 season.
Okay.
So that was
one more year.
Yeah, so that was the information that was given to me by my fellow colleague from the A7, Mr. Matt Ryan, which I appreciate him for that because he does do stuff for Turner Broadcasting. So I appreciate Matt for that. But no, one more year, and then the NBA returns to NBC, and Amazon Prime Video will also take over and do some games. And, of course, ESPN, ABC will still have the finals and whatnot. But again, I say Mavericks in 7, but like I said, it would not surprise me if the Mavericks win in 6. I definitely have Luka Doncic being the Finals MVP.
Yep. Unless it's Kyrie. If it ain't Luka, it's Kyrie.
Kyrie will be the only reason why Luka is not the MVP of the Finals because, like I said, Uncle Drew wants to stick it to Boston and tell Boston to go home.
The boos will be real.
Oh yeah, but Kyrie feeds off that because he was used to that when he was wearing that doggone Duke blue. So I mean, he'll be used to that.
We do not speak upon that bullshit team on this show. We will. That will be the last time that something, unless college basketball is being played, we don't talk about that.
Or if Carolina beats them.
Well, we could definitely talk about that all day. That would be a good topic of a conversation. We could do that all fucking day.
But yeah, game 1 of the finals starts on. Well, let's give you the whole schedule of the NBA Finals since we are.
We'll run that down, and then we'll close it out, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a rapid fire, not a whole show. But it is my Friday though, so this is beautiful.
Yeah, that is, but come on now. There we go. Thank you.
Well, we got Thursday the 6th, and then they play the 9th?
The 9th on a Sunday, yes.
On a Sunday.
Now I just had the doggone schedule here. Come on now, don't. Oh. All right, so here we go. So all games will start with the exception of Sunday, game 2. And if there's game 2, and if there is a game 7,
yes,
both those starts will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific, and by the way, 2 p.m. if you're living in the great state of Hawaii. But
that's beautiful.
But all the other start times, game 1, game 3, game 4, game 5, and game 6, those games will start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, 6:30 Mountain. So there you have it. Right smack dab in prime time, the NBA Finals. So game 1 is June 6th. Game 2 is June 9th. Game 3 is June the 12th. Game 4 is June 14th on a Friday. Game 5, if necessary, will take place on Monday the 17th. Game 6 will take place on Thursday, and then if there's a Game 7, it will be on Sunday in prime time. So
no game 7 falls on Father's Day this year, huh?
no game at all on Father's Day.
You know that because I was about to say, wait a minute, if they put game 7 on Father's Day, you know what that means.
Yeah, no.
So it ain't gonna be no game 7, bro. This shit's gonna end in 6. We won't have a game 7.
Well, either way, you and I are both picking the Dallas Mavericks, but we will go full-fledged and really preview this finals with some guests, hopefully in this upcoming week.
The only way we can do that, we can't.
Coming week.
Unless we do it Sunday. Well, no, because we'll be doing our 8-7 show Sunday.
Unless we do an earlier show on Sunday, because I don't have to be at the stadium until 3-ish. Well, we'll figure it out, but we definitely want to do a preview of the finals. Like I said, we definitely will be live during Game 1 of the finals while Tyler Morgan from the United Basketball League also joins us, and we could definitely
can't wait for that.
We'll dissect that out and get his thoughts.
Can't wait you guys hear his story. His story is amazing. Just what we just read in the little pre-production show that we were doing.
Which again, shout out to Mel Carey for getting him to come on the show and wanting us to use our platform to promote his league. We appreciate that, and we appreciate Flash Media Sports. Go subscribe to them. Also, for those that are fans of the sport, or as Miss likes to call it, our soap opera, that is professional wrestling, the Ring Psychology Podcast 2.0 is currently up. The latest episode is up on the Pruneda Brothers YouTube channel and also here on the Mizzle Dub Show channel. As we talked about,
I made a guest appearance.
And Mizzle did chime in for a few moments before the adulting part had to kick back in, but talked about MJF's return to AEW, and
that's going to get their ratings back up. That's going to get their rating because he clearly was missed. He is AEW.
Oh, without
he
question.
is he. Honestly, he was about him, Sting, and when Jericho was, a little more involved. That was about the only reason why. And Kenny Omega, I like Kenny Omega. That man can wrestle, and he sells it.
And of course, from wherever, Wayne, whatever. No, but I mean, lately, other besides Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay was the only reason why I was watching AEW, because Will Ospreay just continues to give star match after star match after star match. As freshly squeezed, Mizzle Cassidy makes his first appearance on the show. But
yes.
But actually, you know what? I'm still glad that they gave Swerve Strickland the belt as world champion. Glad for him.
I like that.
Obviously, we want to send our get well wishes to Adam Copeland, aka Edge, who unfortunately fractured his tibia during his match against Malachi Black on this past Sunday in Las Vegas, as he successfully defended his TNT championship, but now obviously that's going to be put up into a tournament due to his injury. But certainly hopes to Adam Copeland, and we hope to see him back again.
Yes.
We also talked about the Vince McMahon trial being put on hold. JP believes it's going to be Vince forking out more money than what he originally promised, but that remains to be seen.
Hey, by the time this is over, Vince ain't going to have no fucking money.
He might not. He definitely might not. We got
and you know what? Well deserved. If he was a sick bastard that we've been reading, fuck him.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Also, during training camp, the Chicago Bears will be placed on Hard Knocks on HBO and also on
fucking figure.
Max.
I wonder why.
Well, I wonder who's going to be the in-season team. But Mr. Jalen Waddle got himself a nice payday from the Miami Dolphins.
Hey, they're just making it so hard for you guys to retain Ayuk.
Well, again, here's the thing. He wants Amon-Ra St. Brown money, but My rebuttal to that is you ain't put up Amon-Ra St. Brown type of stats. And not to mention, that man was playing with a chip on his shoulder because he literally wrote down every wide receiver that was drafted before him and has used that as motivation. And thus, that's why he got himself a nice extension from the Firestone / Ford family and Brad Holmes.
I think another great wide receiver did something to that caliber, but he didn't write it down. He memorized it. His name is Devontae Adams.
That too. That part. And again, that's not saying that Ayuk is not deserving of a pay raise.
No,
that's not what we're saying because he
don't deserve number one money. I'm sorry, he ain't number one. You're not number one.
Well, again, like I've said, and like our good friend from the All Pro Jaffos, Mr. Country K Kawante Foster has said,
I wish he was on for this segment.
He's not a number one wide receiver.
No,
and hasn't been. I mean, again, and I hate going to say this, but with the exception of Michael Crabtree, the Niners really truly haven't had a number one wide receiver since Terrell Owens. And Terrell Owens has not played for the 49ers in 21 years. 2003 was the last time Terrell Owens.
Solid number one. Yeah, I would agree with that. Terrell Owens, 100%. 100%.
The true number one dynamic receiver the Niners have not had since Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Crabtree was borderline, but I mean, heck, Crabtree got better when he put on the silver and black and he had Derek Carr throw him to him. I mean, that 2016 season that Michael Crabtree had before Carr got hurt.
Bro, I'm just gonna give you one game. I mean, one game that he played where I knew that they were just out there shitting on everybody. The Baltimore Raven game. DC was throwing darts. And that one he put the back of the end zone where Crabtree did the toe tap.
But the footwork to keep both feet in and still make
but the placement, Carr threw that shit over 3 fucking defenders. Hey, they were just out there having fun.
If he does not get hurt, he is definitely your 2016 MVP. Without question.
We already know the story.
We do. We don't need to open up that wound.
I just guess me and Dad left. I'm like, they got this in the bag, Dad, and you know how I am. I'm that type of son. I want to get Dad through the crowd because Dad don't move like he used to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you bump him and don't say nothing. I'm gonna be like,
say excuse me.
So that bail money that you say that I got that one is happening right now.
And heaven forbid if his other sons were there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
they would have jumped on that person before I could have said.
And I'm just saying, me and Mizzle's not the one you got to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
It's the youngest one.
Mm-hmm. He don't got the title Little Big Brother for no reason.
No,
you think he older than I am.
And heaven forbid if tall bastard number one was with us, then you really got some problems.
Well, they look at him and they make pimp decisions. No, for real. We've been in some stuff and they looked at him and they were like,
I don't want that smoke. Don't want it. Don't want it. Don't need it.
But I never want to be in those situations like that.
Though. No. I am about peace. Exactly.
But you push my dad.
Oh yeah, you touch the old man. Watch out for his sins. That's all we gotta say.
I'm nice. Nice.
Because that's just how it is. And heaven forbid if Mom's is there. Now, if you get on Mom's, then you really asking for some trouble.
There's not a segment that's a whole other segment. Take us home, Doug. Take us home.
Well, on that
there's
note,
no I'm just going. It's Shawn Michaels. Instant. That's it. Game over. I'm there. I'm not even thinking about swinging. I'm just going. Bam.
Superman punch.
Don't
But on
play with my mom.
yeah. But on that note, folks, thank you for joining us. Well, real quickly before we say so long, quick recap of what happened in Major League Baseball today. There were some games that took place.
The Giants didn't play, so it really didn't matter.
I know that, but we try to be fair and
we are a sports show.
Yeah.
We're a sports talk. Okay, so I guess we got to talk about the
in 12. It was a really good game, but the Rays got by the A's 6-5 in 12 innings. Good game.
The A's have been playing better baseball.
They have.
They're not getting the fan support, which I totally get it. Being from a fan of the Bay Area,
we'll just say I
get it.
We'll say like this: the A's fans are not boycotting the team and the players.
Nope.
They're boycotting John Fisher. Let's make that perfectly, unequivocally
and
clear.
What sucks is that dude don't give two fucks.
He doesn't.
He's already gone.
He doesn't.
And the thing about it is that these fans are not gonna get a good farewell. Like when the Raiders left, okay, cool. We accepted that. We took the farewell. They fucked the stadium up after the last game was. Glad me and DeAndre got up out of there. But anyway, this farewell is gonna suck.
The seats that were implemented for Raider games is now becoming a stool for birds to crap on.
Yes.
Which looks like a dump. If you've been to the dump, you understand what I mean. Yeah. But
that's not the stadium that me and you was going to.
No, it's not.
It's totally not what me and you were going to watching A's game, and then when the Raiders came back.
No.
It is definitely not.
Trust me. Me and Mizzle have spent a lot of our lifetime on 66 and Heddenberger. I didn't see everything at that place.
You
don't understand. We're talking about from monster truck rallies to A's games, Raider games, of course, next door watching the Warriors, Disney on Ice, wrestling events,
circus events.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey.
Right. Harlem Globetrotters.
Heck, I went there and saw Sesame Street live at the Coliseum.
I probably did my damn self too.
So, there's that. Like I said, I've only been to one Disney on Ice in my lifetime, but it was at the Oakland Coliseum and it was Pinocchio. So it was
I didn't go to Disney on Ice when I was a kid. I took my kid to Disney on Ice, and it was at the before the original Kings Arena shut down.
Oh, Arco Arena.
Yeah, it was at Arco.
Yes, so, I refuse to call it Sleep Train. Your mama called
your
mama called it Arco Arena. I'm gonna call it Arco Arena.
It's always gonna be Arco Arena to me. That's what I know.
Yeah, but
matter of fact, no, was it Golden? No, I think Arco is where I saw the first Monday Night Raw. That's where I saw Stone Cold get arrested, and that's where The Rock played the guitar at fucking Arco Arena.
Leaving Sacramento.
Yep. That was my first Monday Night Raw experience.
The Rock concert one.
Well, not my very first Monday Night Raw experience, because I saw a lot of Raws in Oakland before I went to go see it myself. But no, that was that was the last Raw I saw in Arco before they came to Golden One, and I saw them in Golden One. But yeah, that's all The Rock. That was a Rock concert, and Stone Cold got arrested in the beginning of the show.
Leaving Sacramento.
Yes.
I'm gonna go out here when the Lakers beat the Kings in May.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he made the crowd so hot.
And DX came out. Triple H was there. Hell, I think China was still around too.
But nonetheless,
Yes.
Now, see, we were planning to do a rapid fire, and we gave you guys an hour. See,
That's what that technically that is a rapid fire for us.
but see, we love y'all. But
Yeah.
thanks to everybody for chiming in on this. Oh, well, let me finish the baseball scores first, then we'll get out of here. I almost forgot. My bad. All right, Mets beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. First place implications in the National League Central. Brewers beat the Cubs 6-4. Twins beat the Royals 7-6. Astros shut out the Mariners 4-0. Tigers shut out the Red Sox 5-0 as the Tigers are at 500 and the Red Sox are now under 500. Nationals beat the Braves 3-1, and the Braves struggling mightily without their MVP Ronald Acuna Jr.
That's
which is
suck for them.
Yeah, it really is, and he's so much fun to watch. He really is,
isn't he?
Kudo and thoughts and prayers to the right fielder for the Braves as he now makes his recovery from tearing his right ACL. And in the nightcap, speaking of those doggone damn Yankees who will be traveling to San Francisco tomorrow, they beat the Angels 8-3. So, yes, later on today. So, yes. So, Yankees and Giants should be a fun, electric atmosphere at the big phone booth. That is Oracle Park in San Francisco, as Jordan Hicks and Marcus Stroman, pretty good pitching matchup, starts off this weekend series with these two. But I will say,
I do not want to see Aaron Judd and fucking is it Soto? Juan Soto?
Juan Soto, yes.
And who else is it? It's Judge, Soto, and Stanton. I don't want to see no fucking splash balls from them motherfuckers. None. Because they're going to get home runs. But that shit better not make it to the water. I hope they don't hit home runs, but damn it if they do, it better not be in the fucking water.
Well, I will say this. The Giant squad that they have now, I like their chances a lot better against the Yankees as the squad they had before. Now, obviously, I would love to have Lee in there with Ramos and Matos in the outfield.
You just reminded me that Lee is hurt.
I know it sucks. It hurts. It pains.
We can never have good things.
No, I mean now we need another first baseman because
Wade got hurt.
So there it is. But
right in the second base
on a double. But nonetheless,
we can never have good things.
Yankees and Giants. That should be a very fun series. First pitch at 7:15. You can catch it, of course, on NBC Sports Bay Area. But nonetheless, Mizzle and I will. It's his Friday, but I'm going to go. Up show. Once again, your NBA Finals matchup to conclude the 2023-2024 season. The Eastern Conference champions, the Boston Celtics, which a lot of people thought they would get there, and they did. Taking on the Western Conference champions, not a lot of people thought they would get there, but Luka Doncic is on the NBA Finals stage, and I just really think he is going to shine.
He's about to have a fun. He's about to be a kid out there.
Oh yeah,
he's about to be a kid.
Yeah, he's about
real
to
big kid. And you know what? He's gonna be a kid, and Kyrie gonna be the one to let him be a kid, but Kyrie gonna ring him in. You know what I'm saying? When he gets two out there, because Kyrie been there.
Yes.
So I love that what the crowd is gonna do to Kyrie and how this series is gonna be. But fuck Boston, Mavs in 6.
I picked the Mavericks in 7, but nonetheless, we appreciate you, TG. Thanks for hanging out with us on this.
Hey, TG. Can't wait to see you Saturday, brother. You know how it's going down. Yeet.
Yes, that is game night at the Mizzle household with the fam bam.
No. It's the Mason household. It ain't just it's the Mason household. It's all of us on game nights. It's just not.
Well, she could be Mrs. Mizzle. I mean, she is.
Hell no. I'm it's only one goddamn Mizzle. It's me. No. Nah. I hold that title.
On that note, folks, we appreciate you hanging out with us on this NBA Finals Rapid Fire Edition. We will preview more of the finals as in the upcoming week, as Game 1 is this upcoming Thursday. But in the meantime, last day of May, and then Saturday it will be halfway through the year. That's insane. Nonetheless, good night, guys.
Stop it, because now that means your nephew is about to be 16.
Oh, God. Which, by the way, is the person that made this dope beat that you're listening to right now.
Yes. Yes.
Still need to lower his tone of his voice because you ain't grown yet. But anyhow. Good night, guys. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a safe, fun weekend. And go Giants.
Damn right. Hey, it's all about the motherfucking Giants. Hey, if anybody else, if you a Dodger fan on here, I don't know what to... oh, my bad, TJ. You a Dodger fan.
Yeet. Well, if you're a Dodger fan, no yeet.
No, shit.